Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
please
please
accept my
accept my
most
most
humble
humble
obeisances.
obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
So,
Good
good
morning, dear
morning, dear
devotees.
devotees.
Unfortunately, we have
Unfortunately,
come
we
to the
have come
last
to
day
the
of
last day of
Kartik,
Kartik,
and
and
today's morning
today's morning
Bhagavatam class
Bhagavatam class
is given by
is
none
given by
other
none
than
other than
His Holiness
His Holiness
Lokanath Swami
Lokanath
Maharaj.
Swami Maharaj.
There is
Hare
echo.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Fine now, Prabhu. It's fine. Your voice is clear now.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj, please start your class. Hare Krishna.
All right. Between you have to see it. What? You have to see it. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Everybody. Gopijana Vallabha Girivadadhari
Vallabha Girivardhari
Giridharidhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana
Brajajana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira
Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha
Kunja
Vihari Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitanena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guroho Sri Yudapada Kamalan Sri Gurun Vaishnavansha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha Kada Drakshami Nandasha Balakam Nipamalakam Lasatati Lagavhalakam Palakam Sarva Sattvanam Kada Drakshami Nandasha Balakam Aradhyo Bhagavan Prajeshatanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Brahmya Kajadupasana Prajamadhavargena Ya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Prema Kumartho Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatra Darona Paraha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Hare. So welcome all the assembled devotees on different conferences. On the occasion, well, and I thank ISKCON New York, Radha Govinda Deva K. This is their arrangement. They have ordered me to say a few words on the occasion of the last day of Kartik. First for you, New Yorkers and devotees in the West America, it's last day for you. For us, tomorrow is the last day, but anyway, it's last day. Hari Hari. So this was, Kartik is a very, very special month. The ISKCON devotees, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they love this month. It is also, it's called Kartik Mas. It is also known as Damodar, month of Damodar. And we follow Kartik Vrat Damodar Vrat, Urja Vrat also it is. And Radharani's worship during this month. Rupa Goswami has strongly recommended that we observe this Kartik Vrat. Preferably go to Vrindavan and do Vrindavan Vas, Brajavas during this month of Kartik. And I know Srila Prabhupada did that in 1972 during Kartik. Srila Prabhupada, he was in the middle of his world tour, but he dropped that and he rushed to Vrindavan to be there during month of Kartik. And Hare Ram, Hare that going on. And fortunately, I also was there with Srila Prabhupada in 72 during month of Kartik. And we stayed, well, because Srila Prabhupada stayed. And of course, we did not stay at Radha Damodar. Srila Prabhupada stayed at Radha Damodar temple during month of Damodar. And we had lots of association. Well, lots of association. We had tons of association with Srila Prabhupada during that month of Kartik. Prabhupada doing lots of Shravanam, Kirtanam. While he was doing Kirtan, we were doing Shravan. Yeah, he was talking from Bhagavatam in the morning, and Nectar of Devotion was the topic in the evening, and Kirtan during the day, and we were celebrating festivals throughout this month of Kartik. Then later on, well, we started. We started Brajamandal Parikrama, and then I had been having ready to be in Vrindavan during month of Kartik, entire month of Kartik. 33 times, 33 years. Hari Hari. So this, so I thought we would just maybe remember different festivals of this month of Kartik, revisit them by talking a little bit about them, or reminding ourselves of those festivals and reviving our memories. Hari Hari. Or review and revise, contemplate, do manan of those festivals, so that they remain fresh in our memory. We do not forget, or we stay high, forever, by remembering different festivals of month of Kartik. And this month is famous for these festivals and the festivities. The month begins, we don't have much time, so we better start. The month begins with Rasa Purnima Bhagavan Pita Ratri Sharado Utsvalla Mallika. This is how Sukadeva Goswami begins describing this Sharad Purnima, Rasa Purnima. And he has described this ras of that Sharad Purnima night and 5 chapters of the 10th canto, beginning with 29, 30th, 31, 32, 33 are the chapters describing, well, rasa dance, which finally began. So many things happened prior to that. So we cannot go through all that. It's a rasa dance, full of ras. And this festival is full of madhurya ras during this month of Kartik. Yes, some festivals are madhurya ras, dominated by madhurya ras. Some festivals are full of sakhya ras. Some are full of vatsalya ras. This month of Damodar. So the pastimes of Damodar, or why he became known as Damodar, was bound by Yashoda to the mortar. So that's vatsalya ras. So during this month, some festivals, Madhurya Ras Mahotsav, Vatsalya Ras Mahotsav, and Sakhya Ras Mahotsav Gopastami. We'll be talking a little later on towards the end. That is full of Sakhya Ras, friendship. This festival, this whole month is full of ras, a nectarian month. You can hear the pastimes of Sri Krishna, of this ras, of that ras, this ras. And so it begins with the Madhurya ras, the Sharad Purnima. And so we read this in Srila Prabhupada's Krishna book. There's a 10th canto, those 5 chapters. That day we try to read and remember and recite a Sharad Purnima night festival. And Lord, with millions of gopis, Ramya Kachudupasana Brajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita, at Vadhu Varga, the damsels of Braj, big number, Lakshmi Sahasra, Shata Sambrahma Sevyamanam, Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrahma, Sahasra Shata, hundreds and thousands of them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare. What is this going on here? So the Ras dance was about to begin, but then Krishna disappeared along with Radharani. And then gopis are looking for Krishna everywhere. This is those 5 chapters. And finally, they only ended up finding Radharani. And then Radharani and gopis, they go back to bank of Jamuna. Oh, we lost Krishna, but we did not lose him in the forest. Let us try to find him where we lost him. We lost him on the bank of Jamuna. So they all go back to banks of Jamuna. And that is where they sing a song called Gopi Geet, one of those 5 chapters. And as they're chanting, remembering Lord of their heart, he appears in the middle of them. And then gradually the rasa dance begins. Ras, full of ras. And they're all enjoying rasa dance. That night became a longest night, like Brahma's night. And they went on and on and on with the rasa dance night. So Kartik festival begins with this Sharad Purnima night rasa dance. Also kind of ends with, today's also last day, so Sri Krishna Ras Yatra is another Purnima. Kartik begins with Purnima, full moon night, and Kartik ends with Purnima, full moon night, and there's a rasa dance. In fact, in Vrindavan, there's a talk of rasa dance. Every night there's a rasa dance. So moving on, because we have limited time. Then comes another very major festival of month of Damodar, month of Kartik, and there is Bahulastami. The appearance day, or we will have to call appearance night, of Radhakund. Radhakund appeared in the middle of the night on the Bahulastami day. Astami, that's 8th day or night, beginning from Purnima. Yeah, right after. Next day of the Purnima is the first day, Pratipada, and then Dvitiya, Tritiya, like that. And then Astami. So Aristasur, that night also, Rasa dance was about to begin and the gopis had started assembling. Of course, Krishna had already played his flute. So message had gone to gopis, yes, tonight's Rasa dance here in Vrindavan on the bank of Radhakund. So they had all started arriving, but then Aristasur, the bull demon, arrives on the scene, creating havoc, total disturbance. It was, everyone was scared and running hither and thither, and so Lord had to take care of this demon. He killed Aristasur, Haribol, and demigods, of course, had come and showered flowers upon the Lord and chanted his glories, and Apsaras had danced. And Gandharvas had done their beautiful singing, and drum beating. All that happens whenever Lord kills demons. The Aristas are killed, and demigods had celebration. And then the Ras dance was expected to begin, but then the gopis and Radharani, they refused to, stay away, you are a sinner, you have killed the bull. Anyway, the whole dialogue, we get into the details of all this. And now we have to take bath in all the holy places, rivers, kundas. Then we'll consider being with you or dancing with you. And so Lord did not have to go anywhere. All the rivers and the holy kundas had appeared, and Sham Kund ki, Sham Kund. So Lord took a holy dip. Okay, I'm ready. But then Lord said, "No, you are sinners. You accuse me. So now you had to take bath in holy rivers and places." And then, so finally, they were endeavoring. They did create a pond, but no water. So finally, at the middle of the night on Bahulastami, Krishna proposed, and then gopis and Radharani did not oppose. Okay, sacred waters are here in Shamkund. Let them enter into Radhakund. So that is what happened. Right in the middle of the night, at midnight, sharp midnight, waters of Shamkund entered Radhakund. And so this way, it became that midnight became the appearance night of Radhakund. Radhakund Shamkund ki. And Lord had declared that your Kund will become more popular, known, famous, and your Kund is also dear to me as you are dear to me. Krishna declared that. So that was Gopastami and appearance of Radhakund. Well, we could only talk of some of the festivals, not all the festivals. Some main festivals or some highlights of those festivals. Then the middle of the month is Amavasya, no moon day, or new moon day, Amavasya, which is celebrated as Deepavali. Jai Sri Ram. Ram had appeared or returned to Ayodhya in Treta Yuga on this, during, that was also month of Kartik in Treta Yuga. And Ayodhya was all lit. These are so many other things, decorations and festival to a grand reception of Sri Ram and Lakshman and Sita was taking place, and they had literally lit Ayodhya. So many lamps. The darkness was over. Ram was here, and he brought the light and delight to Ayodhya and Ayodhya Vasis on Deepavali day during month of Kartik. And on the same day in Vrindavan, 5,000 years ago, well, we should say in Gokul, in Vrindavan, or Gokul Vrindavan, when Krishna was 3 years and 8 months old, he did, stealing of butter at home. That day, Yashoda was trying to churn butter herself. Ekada Yashoda Nanda Gehini. Yeah, it's Ekada, once upon a time, Sukadeva Goswami says. So that was the day of Deepavali. Nirmamantha Swayam Dadhi. That Yashoda was Swayam herself starts churning the butter. Anyway, and Krishna had every reason to break that pot. Anyway, we are not saying everything. So, and later on, because he was thinking, maybe butter churned and fed to Krishna at home and Nanda Bhavan is not of a good quality. So Yashoda was thinking, and probably that's why he goes door to door finding better quality butter. So let me churn the butter myself. So Yashoda had done it, but then Krishna has spoiled the whole thing, and then he was hungry. Early morning, as soon as children get up, Stanya Kama. Although he's supposed to be Atmaram, self-satisfied, but Sukadeva Goswami says that morning Krishna became Stanya Kama. Lord had a desire of drinking the breast milk of Yashoda. And then he had just now started drinking, but then Yashoda had dumped him and gone into the kitchen to save the milk, which was overflowing. Very, such a sweet pastime. So I'm trying to run through or jump through, but difficult to go forward. Really. So that day, Krishna was caught red-handed by Yashoda, stealing butter at home. Haribol, with that. Unmute yourself, somebody. And then he was caught white-handed. I say he was caught white-handed with the butter. And then, so he was considered a thief. Well, he was a thief. So thief had to be punished. So Yashoda, first of all, struggled. Yashoda bhiyo ulukhala dhavamanam. Krishna was scared and rudantam hurnetram yugmam rajantam. He was full of tears and So she had to catch hold, she managed to catch hold, and then she had to tie. And finally, she managed to tie him up. And on this day, on that day, Deepavali day, Amavasya day, middle of Kartik, that day, Bal Krishna became known as Damodar, because the udar, the belly of Krishna, was tied with the dam, with a rope. Dam, rope, udar, the belly, tied to mortar, and he became known as Makanchor, Damodar K. And this Leela, in fact, dominates the scene and our consciousness throughout this month of Damodar. So every day we had been offering lamb to Damodar and remembering that sweet pastime, as sweet as butter, sweeter than butter pastime of Sri Krishna is Damodar Leela. Well, then comes Govardhan Puja. What a festival. Haribol. The Govardhan Puja is just few days after. Yeah, I should say that, in fact. Okay, the Amavasya, no moon day or night is over. The next day is a Shukla Paksha, the bright fortnight. And then the first day of that bright fortnight is called Pratipada. And that's the day the Brajabasis had been doing Indra Puja year after year after year. But now, when Krishna was some 7 years old, he convinced Nanda Maharaj and the residents of Vrindavan, worship Govardhan instead. And you don't have to do any additional shopping. All the ingredients you already have gathered, collected. So use them for worship of Govardhan. So that is what they did. It was a huge first ever Govardhan Puja festival took place in the presence of Krishna and Balaram. They were also present. And Hari Hari. Lord also had asked, not only you are doing Govardhan Puja today, but also today is a day of Go Puja and Brahman Puja. And feed prasadam, even Chandalas should get prasadam from this Annakut festival. So that is what they did. And then also the first ever Govardhan Parikrama was performed by Brajabasis that afternoon. Yeah, first they did Govardhan Puja and then they did Govardhan Parikrama. I want to quickly say, now the next day, as this tradition, I think it's the old ancient tradition, brothers and sisters of Brajabhumi, they all go to Vishramghat, which is in Mathura, and they take a holy dip there. So all brothers and sisters were busy taking a holy dip in Jamuna at Vishram Ghat. So in the meantime, the news of, oh, they did not worship you today. News reached Indra, and then he had sent Samvartaka clouds, and an inundation takes place. Water everywhere, flood everywhere, and then all the residents had approached Sri Krishna, help, 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 if you could help. And then Krishna had then lifted Govardhan Hill on Tritiya. This is the third day, okay? First day puja, next day taking holy dip at Vishram Ghat, and third day on Tritiya, Krishna lifts Govardhan Hill and it becomes known as Giridhari. And there is no other pastime as sweet like this lifting Govardhan Hill. The speciality of that pastime is all the residents of Vrindavan had assembled, had taken shelter of that Govardhan Hill, and they were having, these were great times for Brajavasis. Never ever they had company of Sri Krishna 24 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, 7 days, 7 nights. Oh, and simultaneously the Vatsalya Ras and Sakhya Ras and Madhurya Ras, all the rasas are on display. There's a reciprocation. And they're all drowning in this ras. Iti driksvalila virananda kunde svaghosham nimajjantam mukhapayantam. When Damodar, like Leela, Lord performs, Iti driksvalila virananda kunde, and he fills kundas, the lakes, with ananda bliss by performing these pastimes. So as he has lifted Govardhan Hill, and so this is, the whole Braj is, Indra is trying to flood Braj with the water, rain water, and Krishna has flooded Vrindavan with a ras, Madhuri ras, and Sakhya ras, and Vatsalya ras, and they're all drowning and swimming, and they had a great time. Hari Hari. So then on the Navami, on the 9th day of this Shukla Paksha, the bright fourth night, everyone is asked, okay, out. By that time, the Indra was defeated and rain stopped. So then Krishna puts earth, Govardhan Hill back in its original place. And but then we understand from Bhagavatam that there are a lot of talk of town. One particular topic was being discussed. They were wondering, who is this Krishna? Maybe Nanda Maharaj is hiding his ID from us, identity from us. He's not. We are children also. But no child. He lifted Govardhan Hill. He lifted the hill. Without much effort. And so then they're wondering, who is this Krishna? Who is this Krishna? So they had to approach Nanda Maharaj, and then he had disclosed the facts which Gargacharya had disclosed or shared with Nanda Maharaj. And that chapter, in Krishna book, there is a chapter called Wonderful Krishna. After lifting Govardhan, Wonderful Krishna. That is just right after Govardhan, lifting Govardhan hill. So that was Navami, the Govardhan was put back into its place. And then Dasmi and Ekadasi, Nanda Maharaj observed Ekadasi. And then on Dwadasi, he had gone to take holy dip in Jamuna, and the agents or servants of Varuna had kidnapped or arrested and brought him to Varun Lok. And then Krishna and Balaram, they had jumped into the Yamuna river, and through water body, they had reached and rescued, and the Maharaj brought back. So this also happened during month of Kartik, that particular Kartik. There are a series of after the Govardhan. Then another, there are at least Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada's disappearance festival. Oh, what to say, what to speak. We say a disappearance, but Srila Prabhupada kind of appears. To me, I feel Srila Prabhupada appears more on his disappearance day. And we are reminded of what events leading to that 14th November 77. So many disciples of Srila Prabhupada we were there, I was there, and Srila Prabhupada wanted to go to Govardhan to attend Govardhan Puja. We participate in Govardhan Puja festival, riding in a bullock cart, and he had asked me to arrange the bullock cart and travels too. And Hari Hari. So we are reminded, and our emotions are stirred up as we remember Srila Prabhupada again during month of Kartik in 77. And we were there on disappearance day. So every year we celebrate that festival, Srila Prabhupada's disappearance festival. And Gopastami Mahotsava ki jai. One Astami was Bahulastami, Radha Kund appearance night. And then next Astami of the bright fortnight is a Gopastami. On this day, Krishna became Gopa, Abhut Gopa, mantra from Kartik Mahatmya says he was Vatsapa. He had been taking care of the cows. And on Gopastami day, he was promoted, and the 15th chapter of the 10th canto of Bhagavatam says the ISKCON was held by Nanda Maharaj, and there was a lot of discussion and consideration. And so they ended up promoting Krishna. He was a calf herd boy. On Gopastami day, he was made cow herd boy. So that day was a great day in Krishna's life, and the great celebration in Nandagram, how the cows were all decorated and chanting of the mantras, and cowherd boys were all excited and delighted to become cowherd boys. Krishna and Balaram, cowherd boys, cowherds. And yeah, there's a lot of Yashoda proposing, take the shoe, no, take the umbrella, no. We should just take care of the cows. That is our dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If we take care of the cow, then that dharma will protect us. Why are you worried, Maya? So Krishna goes into the forest. No shoes, no umbrella. And a lot more could be said about Gopastami Day. Another year, Subal was sent by Krishna to bring Radharani over, and that's another sweet pastime, how he had gone to Javat and with the excuse, I'm looking for a calf, we lost a calf. Jatila had said, why are you hanging around our residence here? Go to the Goshala, you may find your calf there. And as he had gone, then Radharani had managed to come to Goshala, and Subal says, let's go. Where? To Krishna. How? Jatila is now keeping an eye on me. And then Subal, he was very smart. He had arranged for Radharani to wear cowherd boy clothes, Gopavesh. Okay, they're still, no, he was lady, Mataji, Gopi. So then, okay, you catch a hold of calf right on your chest and walk. Passing by the Jatilas or your home. So that's what Radharani did, and Subal comes, and there's a meeting point, and then they both reached where Krishna was, and so that pastime. And okay, our time is up. So today is for you, it's the last day of Kartik. It is also marriage day. Tulsi Shaligram Vivaha. Nanda Devi she is Tulsi, she has become Tulsi. And Lord has become Shaligram, Sheila. And as a Vivaha, the marriage that has also taken place on this last day of Kartik, and it is also last day of Chaturmasya, last day of Kartik, last day of Vishma Panchak, and like that, we should keep remembering this month and different festivities during this month. that way we maintain our connection with Vrindavan and Vrindavan Krishna. Hari Hari. Okay, Lord Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, everybody, being with us, and see you another time, another location, another festival or something. Hari Bol, Radha Govinda Deva Ki Jai, ISKCON New York Ki Jai, Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Maharaj, there is one question. Do you want to take that?
Yeah. What is it?
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead and ask your question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam at your feet, Maharaj. Maharaj, from your nectarian mouth, can you say some lila, little small bit about Tulsi and Shalagram Vivaha? Anything, Maharaj. A small little note also will be good, Maharaj. Please, if you can say something.
Well, I already said. Yeah, they were. I curse you. You become the tree, and I curse you. You become the rock. This is so. That is what they have become. This is another manifestation. Otherwise, Tulsi. Tulsi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha. Tulsi is Prayasi, beloved of Krishna, eternally. And then they're tied in the knot. There's also pastime of the marriage. Otherwise, in another, manifestations, he had become wife of some demon, Jalandhar, and there's a whole pastime. And the Jalandhar was powerful, and he was defeating, demigods were getting defeated. So only if this Jalandhar's wife, which is Tulsi, her chastity is broken, then he will lose the power. This Jalandhar is getting his power from because the chaste wife. So then Krishna had disguised himself and approached Tulsi, and demigods had become victorious. But then Tulsi, when she found out this person was not her husband, someone else, and she cursed, and then Krishna cursed, and otherwise the Devi has a big role in Vrindavan. She's like an event manager. No, Leela is, before Leela is performance takes place, the Devi makes all the arrangements, full setup. So Vrinda Devi, Tulsi Devi, Vrinda Devi is her status is almost like Radharani. Hari Hari. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Maharaj, so much for your wonderful katha. we don't want to stop, but unfortunately, time is a impediment. And thank you so much for your online Brajamandal Parikrama this year. And we hope to see you again once the COVID lockdown gets over. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. On behalf of ISKCON New York City, I offer my most humble obeisances unto you. And next week, we have His Grace Sankarshan Das Adhikari, Prabhu joining us from Texas. So please stay tuned. Hare Krishna.